We often hear that money is frequency, but this is what it actually means. In order for you to attract money, you have to be in the frequency, in the state of abundance. You have to be open. You have to be willing to receive more money, more abundance into your life. This state of being will not be achieved by just positive thinking. It's not going to be enough for you to just walk through your day and be positive and be grateful. That will not be enough to attract more money. What you actually have to do is look at the state of frequency that you are in most of the time. And this state of being of your frequency is determined by a couple of factors. The first factor is your trauma. Every experience you've ever had that was not great and that you haven't healed is still living in your body today, which is determining the frequency and state that you are in every single day. Think of it this way. When you get triggered by something and you are reacting very aggressively, or you're reacting in a way that like what just happened, this is a traumatic response, which means that you're still in a lower frequency, in a lower state of being, and your past is actually holding you back from being in that right frequency. Healing your trauma is the first step to elevating yourself into a higher frequency. The second thing you have to look at is your subconscious beliefs. Now, those subconscious beliefs are often determined by your past experiences, but also the stories that you started telling yourself early on when you're a child about yourself and about the world. Those stories still live in your body today, and you have to question the validity of these stories. So for example, if you go through life believing that you will never be successful, but everyone around you will be successful, that is a story that you have made up based on an experience, and you have to be willing to rewrite this story today. Otherwise, the outside world will keep showing you why this is your truth. Once you start rewriting and healing that story, you will put yourself into a different frequency, which leads me to the third important piece, which is your identity. Your identity is created by your past experiences and your beliefs. So your identity is the way that you think about yourself, what you think you deserve in the world, and the way that you see yourself in the world. In order for you to attract more money and to elevate your frequency, you have to start thinking differently about yourself. You have to elevate your identity into a new state of being. And the way that you do that is you start to think from the goal and not to the goal. So let's say you want to attract $10,000 in a month. You have to ask yourself, if I already was making $10,000 a month, what would be my thoughts, feelings, and actions? How would I show up differently today if I already knew that this money was mine? Once you start doing all the things that I told you, your frequency is going to elevate, and that is how you will become the source for more abundance, for more money in your life.